I am back. Road Transfer Black and White Network. If you're new to the channel, punch subscribe, like, comment, share the bad boy out. Here we go. We're back again to talk about Chicago. And of course, crime is rampant in Chicago. It's a disaster. Every week we do a running series about shootings, usually on Mondays, sometimes on Sunday evenings, depending on how bad it is, sometimes multiple times a week, depending on how bad it is. Chicago is a war zone. It has been for a long time. Lori Lightfoot was ousted, and good God, somehow, some way, the residents of Chicago voted in somebody that looks like he's going to be worse. Of course, Lori Lightfoot tried to defund the police post George Floyd, as so many of these radical democratic socialist cities did. And of course, in a city where crime is a nightmare, things got worse. Imagine that. Imagine that. Oh, but it's guns. Oh, but it's not. Strictest gun laws in the country, basically. Yeah, how's that working out for you? For the umpteenth time, criminals don't follow gun laws. That's a thing. That's always been a thing. It will still be a thing. Yeah. So now we have Brandon Johnson continuing the absurdness when it comes to the police. I'm not getting an action plan out of Brandon Johnson that is showing me we're creating a crime task force. We're going to start kicking in doors. We're going to get these scumbags off the street. We're going to pull them off the street. We're going to make sure they don't endanger you. No. He's worried about things like migrants having rights. Double middle finger to you taxpayers up there that are already there. He actually put out signed an initiative for immigrants and migrants to have all these rights, and he literally talked about the safety of them. The people that live there, people dealing with nonstop violence, what about their safeties? Why is that not an issue? Why is that not a thing? Keep in mind, folks, and I'll just show this to you. Let's look at this. This is 310 victims have been killed in 2023 in Chicago. 310 people have been shot dead. Guys, this is Father's Day weekend. 75 shot, 14 fatally. This is Memorial Day. Memorial Day weekend. 53 shot, 11 fatally. Now, if my math is right, and it may not be, but I think it is, that's 25 people dead from 2 weekends up there. So, Mayor Brandon Johnson has the brilliant idea to reimagine the police. Oh, here we go. Not create task force, not start kicking in doors, not start ripping criminals off the streets. And I'm sorry, but in my opinion, Chicago is in great need of the police sending a swift, brutal message to criminals on the streets. At some point, no holds barred really should be a thing. At what point do we worry about the rights and protecting our citizens up there? No, we're going to reimagine the police. This is the Gateway Pundit. The city of Chicago has a massive crime problem. Everyone knows this. Lots of people have ideas for how to deal with it. Brandon Johnson seems to have an idea too. A god-awful one. There you go. I cleaned it up for you. Added a little extra something. He is talking about reimagining the police. This is the same wording that many people who supported defund the police used a few years ago. Guys, this is just a different hard candy shell around the absurd idea of defunding the police. That's all it is. Democrats started freaking out because they started to lose some elections on local levels because of defunding the police. So now they've decided to wrap their arms around the brave and stunning wording of reimagining the police, okay? And this is, he points out very astutely, far left Democrats, the socialists, starts talking about reimagining anything. It's time to run for the hills and get out. I mean, I can't imagine that people still live there anyway, but my God, it's about to get worse for Chicago. It truly is. Chicago's crime problem is notoriously bad. Over the past few years, it has only become more severe. Crime has spiked 88% since 2021, and there are no indications the trend will be reversing anytime soon. Even worse, Chicago's new mayor, Brandon Johnson, who somehow is worse than the old mayor. God, who could imagine? Just released a 223-page report titled, quote, "A Blueprint for Creating a More Just and Vibrant City for All." That has included a truly disastrous, quote, public safety plan. The plan, which was inspired by a struggle rooted in black liberation, contains no recommendations to increase law enforcement crimes. Instead, it proposes getting rid of gang databases because of, quote, racial disparities. Are you kidding me right now? Issuing an acknowledgement of harm towards black and Hispanic residents of the city. Wow, okay. Re-envisioning the role of a police officer. Oh, gotcha. You want to take the nuts off of the police officer. Gotcha. You want to neuter and spay your law enforcement in a city where the law enforcement officers should be able to turn the volume up on 12. Out of a setting of 0 to 10. And providing mental health services rather than actual safety in communities that are, quote, over-policed. Wow. Even that framing of the problem being, quote, over-policed communities rather than neighborhoods with too much crime indicates the plan's focus is not really on taking decisive action to reduce crime. Jazz Saw of Hot Air, seeing this happen in a city where reporters are forced to rank carjacking statistics like ongoing baseball results, is simply surreal. The gang violence problem in Chicago remains almost completely out of control. The gangster disciples and Latin Kings control more turf than the mayor's office does. That's not surprising. But those are precisely the neighborhoods that Mayor Johnson seems to believe are, quote, over-policed. What the fuck? I mean, God, excuse my language, but there it is. Who exactly are these mental health service providers? They're about to get some people killed up there. Not only regular citizens, but these people that are supposed to be going out and helping out, yeah, they're about to get shot. Who will replace the police? Will be armed with anything other than a clipboard? Will they at least be given body armor? Will they be trained to simply stroll up to warring gang members and flash some peace signs, expecting them to throw down their guns and head off to church to repent? It is a recipe for disaster. It's amazing that law-abiding taxpayers continue to put up with this progressive approach. It's shocking. It's shocking. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, you're saying we're okay with citizens just getting shot. You keep voting it in over and over and over again. It's baffling to me. I just don't understand it. This is the worst city for this kind of bullshit plan to ever surface around. 310 dead this year. Leftists go on these crusades about mass shootings. Well, there's mass shootings every year in Chicago. I mean, truly massive statistics. Never mind the people that just get shot, that may be badly wounded, changed forever, maimed or paralyzed, or any of the insert many things that can happen when a bullet shreds through your body. It's crazy. You know, I mean, and believe it or not, there are law-abiding citizens in Chicago. Every time I do one of these videos, it's amazing how many people are like, you know, I was supposed to go up there for a business event or as a tourist. I wanted to see Chicago, take in a White Sox or a Cubs game, and I don't want to go anymore. It's just too violent. You know? I mean, I thought at one time I wanted to actually go to Chicago and kind of walk around, take in all. No, I'm good. Good. I'm good. I'm plenty good. I don't need bullets whizzing past my damn head. Shit. That's crazy. Never mind. No action plan to try to win back new businesses that have shot the deuces getting the hell out of town before somebody's CEO accidentally takes a stray up the keister. I mean, I kid you not. They've lost so many businesses. The economy is plunging. It's baffling to me. Here we go. Reimagining the police in a war zone. We're not going to do what Miami did, which was whatever, double or triple fund the police. We're not going to turn the volume up on funding the police like Miami or someplace like that actually knocked their crime way down. It can be done, but you got to give a mountainous amount of resources as well as your full blessing and backing to your law enforcement agencies to rid the streets of these scumbags. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. So many of you, I see it in the comments section. Y'all keep voting this in. It's through, why do these people keep voting this way? Fuck, who knows? I mean, I have no idea at this point. It's like we're walking in the building where the voting is done. We're somehow unscrewing our head, taking our brain out, putting it in a pan, walking in, voting. I mean, you're zombies at this point. You're going to be a zombie if you don't get rid of all this gun violence up there. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.